Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. All right. Just gotta work through the pain. Oh, shit. Back on the ass blaster 2000. Oh, it's not my legs, it's my ass that really. But yesterday I was able to just work through it. So I feel like if I just keep talking, it'll get through. I just don't think about it. And I'm the first guy. I should look up like air bike ass injury. Like if anyone's ever broken their ass from being too fat and try to ride an air bike all the time. Uh, if there's like a big donut I could sit on. When I take a break today, though, I'm going to do some arm stuff. Just because I feel like squats, squats, squats. Maybe I'll mix them up. I don't know. This is all freestyle. It's all like, what do I want to do? I don't know. Change it up. Keep it interesting. I hate that the fitness industry, it kind of melds a little bit with the pseudoscience, like wellness and like crystals. And, you know, everyone says things in definitives because every trainer is also just like a car salesman. I don't know who to believe. Oh, 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 oh. There we go. And like I know doing stuff helps, but I feel like the claims are definitely over, or I don't even know. You don't know. As soon as you start getting the cures cancer and blah blah blah, then I know you're bullshitting me. But dietitians too. It's like the Dare program. It's like if you start making ridiculous claims about the dangers of smoking weed, or I'm just gonna stop listening to you altogether. I go, well, you're full of shit. I mean, you look way better than me, but I can't keep living a lie that I know is false. And the weird part is, like, it's hard to tell, like, what a vitamin actually does, unless you're, like, sick. Like, I think a good example is, like, you know, vitamin C and scurvy. It's like, okay, if you get no vitamin C whatsoever, and you're just eating hardtack all the time, boom, you need more vitamin C. Is there anything else that makes you immediately, like, sick for not having enough of? Or that you can't get through just eating and drinking water? I feel like that's it. Has anyone else gotten sick? Because like hardtack is nothing. Hardtack is just like calories, and then water and wine or whatever. So you stay stocked up on oranges. What's up, Mylrod? Good morning. How's it going? I'm sure this has been done before, but I think the pirate diet has some real legitimacy. But minus being like muscle atrophy. Who knows? What would actually fuck you up? Like, I don't know. You're driving? Dangerous. Oh, I'm just saying, if I just ate hardtack and oranges, like a pirate, like what would actually having like deficient in every other vitamin do to you? I'm trying to debunk vitamin claims. Like a lot of them have like weird weight loss, and it's like, oh, it's healthier. It's like, how is it healthier? What is it actually doing? Vitamin C helps me not get the scurvy. What does any other vitamin actually do? Like a clear, definitively, yes, it does this, and not wild claims that I have no idea. Yeah, it's just like the not knowing. And then they did those like Dateline exposés where all these like multivitamin companies, and they don't even have the things they're claiming to have. Like you're buying these like vitamin A and vitamin D tablets and B20s, and it lists everything out. Like it's like you would have no reason to question them. And then these labs are like taking them and like, this doesn't have any of that. This is just like all placebo. And how that's not like a huge scandal and people aren't in jail from that is wild to me. But if you got money, you can get away with anything, I guess. Classic big pharma, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna do Ozempic. I really wanted Ozempic. My doctor was like, "You're all clear for Ozempic. Yep, you're very fat." And my insurance normally did approve it, but then they had that like price scandal, and Blue Cross Blue Shield dropped them. Like they declined everybody that was trying to get it because they're like, yeah. So I knew some people who were on Ozempic that were covered by Blue Cross, and they got dropped. It was like heartbreaking. And you know, they've shown that like, yeah, you immediately start to put on the weight again. So it's like this one drug, and I see ads for it all the time, like Ozempic and Wegovy. But who is it for? Because you can't get it unless you pay cash. So is it just advertising for rich people? And there's all these shortages, they can't keep up with demand. Why are you advertising? Why are you spending any money on advertising if you can't keep up with demand? And I've had friends that are on it. It makes you like not want. It's very strange. So I've heard from multiple people that have been on it that you just forget to eat. And I go, I will never forget to eat. And they go, no, you will on this. I go, that is such an alien thought to me. But that's not healthy either, because then you're just like tricking yourself into starving yourself. So I'm sure there's some, secret bad stuff with that. But who knows? You know, time will tell. I would still do it, knowing that it's just tricking myself into starving. I would force myself to have, like, I would make, like, a bar of vitamins and just glue a bunch of, like, vegetables and fruit together with sugar-free, like, or just natural peanut butter or something, and then just eat that like a big pill at the start of every day. I would go, I'm not withering away. I'm losing weight, but I'm also not starving to death. I also don't want it to be dependent on something. Like, I'm not the amount of overweight where I can't come back from this. Like, if I just put in the work, I know I can lose it. I've done it before. I just need to be motivated. And kind of, Ozempic was kind of like a cheat code. Like, I kind of held off from doing anything because I was like, oh, I just can lose the weight. And then once the weight's off, I'll start working out again. But I probably wouldn't have. I probably just would have been on Ozempic and been happy, thin, with the cheat code. But for every cheat code, there's a cost. It costs you something. I like working out in this spare bedroom because I've got, like, natural sun. Like, and it's like the biggest window in the house is the room I go in the least, I feel like. And especially in the morning when, like, the sun's just coming up. Feels good. And I have to light it. Lighting looks okay. And I've got this shitty laptop camera. I might upgrade. I have a webcam that I use for AiPD that is on my desktop computer, but it's not doing anything. So maybe tomorrow I'll use that instead. But other than that, I like just being able to flick on the stream and just go. I don't have to set up any programs or servers or start any uni scenes and make sure the AI is working. I just have to make sure the sound bar is moving and I can see myself on the video. It's very simple tech for this show. And wolf blanket. I gotta make sure the wolf blanket is showing one of these wolves very clearly. Oh, he's being obfuscated a little bit. There you go. Wolf blanket gives me power. There's 3 wolves on that blanket, but only one's visible right now. The power of the wolf blanket powers my extreme life of doing exercise 1 hour a day. I feel like I'm carrying a torch. One thing I do miss about a trainer is the trainer always like was able to give you like, come on, go 2 extra minutes, or go, come on, sprint it out for this last minute, and it worked. Just having a person there who believes in you and like cheering you on was like all the motivation you need to get out of your own head to be like, I can't do it. You can't do it. And it always worked. I never like, I at least did more than I did before I collapsed. It's a lot of mental blocks when it comes to like pushing yourself with working out. That just having another person be like, no, you can. That's within human capabilities. Yeah, you go, yeah, you're right. If I was being chased by a tiger, would I just collapse? No. I'd pump it up. Ooh. I like that I said I'd pump it up right after taking a break here. All right, weightlifting time because my ass hurts. Every time I take a break, it's because my ass really, really hurts on this air bike. Not like really, really hurts. It just feels weird. I feel butt pain. But, yeah. TMI. Common issue, I think. Until I break my ass and I'm in the hospital. But, yeah. Every time I take a break, lift some weights, drink some water. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. And fart. That fart with reverb will always be funny. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And there we go. Ass feeling better. Weights have been lifted. Back on the bike. Woo! Oh, that's the sun. Yeah, it's the sun. This bright, blinding light. And this is also the one room where my plants don't die. Did I hear 11? You heard a lot of things. That counting is very off. Oop. I counted 11 7 times, I think. But I tried to not undercount. So I think I redid it a couple times. 11, 2012, -17. Isn't it weird how doing that while someone's counting messes you the fuck up? I feel like that's another thing where it doesn't mess everybody up, but messes most people up. You're just trying to listen. It's one of the few things where it's like not listening is a skill. Huh? You were talking? I just counted to 20. Or I just counted to 1,000 perfectly. Were you saying something? Huh? What? I saw that. As much as I don't want to watch the show, it does have interesting clips and fuck that. But the Beast games are... and it's kind of like just exploiting the worst of humanity with all these people trying to fuck everybody else up. Or people like making wild choices. Like the 4 people that didn't take $1 million to try to get $5 million because they didn't want to let their team down. I guess I don't see all the team bonding and stuff. Squid Game IRL. I feel like it's like maybe against the Geneva Convention. I feel like Mr. Beast is just like torturing these people for money. Like this is just actual torture. Squid Games is not like a happy-go-lucky show. It's about horrible rich people exploiting poor people for money. And that's what Mr. Beast is literally doing. And it's like, I will change your life by ruining 50,000 people's lives and making them feel like absolute shit and probably giving them PTSD for the rest of their life and making them not trust any fellow human being. And anyone who watches the show is also going to feel the same way. But you get $5 million and maybe a private island. And I'll wave gold bars to make you make the more interesting choice in the middle of a show. Just so evil. I don't even think he realizes. He's too, like, consumed by the desire to be bigger. But he's already, like, one of the most well-known people on the planet. I fear, and he has not expressed any interest, but I feel like that's the next step, right? You got all the money, you got power. If Mr. Beast gets into politics, we are fucked as a human species, I feel like. King of the world, Mr. Beast. And then Squid Games is not a game, it's just your everyday life. So him and his friends can laugh at all the rest of us. When he could just give us all universal basic income and keep all our needs met because everything's all automated, Mr. Beast is just going to be like, no, I want people to be super poor and some people to be rich but not anywhere near what I am. And so Squid Games will just replace the Olympics, and then it'll replace day jobs. The 40-hour work week will just be a new Squid Games, torturing others to throw each other under the bus for an extra cheeseburger a week or something. Or that won't happen. I don't know. You know, for every Caesar, there's like a revolution. For every like horrible dictator, people just get fed up with the shit. They're like, I know what's going on. And it just has to be annoying me to the point where I can't take it anymore before we will all rise up. And you can't pay off a single one and get away with that anymore, which is interesting. It's part of why I feel like the human species goes on, is because things do weirdly like repeat in history, but you know, there's always a revolution. I do always wonder too if we're too comfortable for a revolution, but revolutions are happening all over the place in the world today. Not America yet. I mean, Black Lives Matters maybe sort of kind of started to take off like that, but I don't know if that like really changed anything. It feels like we're backsliding really, really hard. Time to dust off the guillotines. What's up, Hubble? If all of you agree to quit, you're all still alive. But if even one of you takes the money, everyone else gets guillotined. What's up, Lone Cheesemaker? Yes, long time no see. I am back to regular streaming when I can. And I'm tying it to working out so that I feel like obligated to do it. But also, like, I get so bored that I start cracking jokes and talking with everybody anyway. So, many layers. I'm doing it for my health. I'm doing it to keep streaming. I'm talking about the weird anxieties I have in my life about Mr. Beast taking over the world. You know, nothing but funness. All fun stuff. I've got a revolver, and there's only one bullet in it. And that bullet says money, so you want to shoot yourself. And if you shoot yourself, you get $100,000. Mr. Beast, you just flipped the game on Russian roulette. Mr. Beast roulette. You die, but your family gets $100,000. And Mr. Beast, I think, like, you know, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Didn't Mr. Beast, like, wasn't one of his first viral videos, like, him giving a homeless guy $20,000 or $10,000? 20,000, 10,000? I don't remember what it was. But yeah, I knew something was up with that. I'm like, oh, this is not right. There's something off about this. The intention is not where it should be. The intention was for him to get the credit for giving it away. And then I found out, I think he revealed on a podcast later, it wasn't his money. He had such a business mindset even as a child. He was like, I am going to get a sponsor for this video and give away their money. And I'm like, you piece of shit. I thought this was your money. That was part of the lure. Like, oh my God, this guy is like giving a substantial portion of his savings to this homeless guy. And it wasn't his money at all. He just convinced some local business. And he was right. You know what? It was the start of the evil slide for Mr. Beast. All right. Break time. Every time I take a break, it's because my butt hurts too much from the airbag seat. So I go to lifting weights and drinking water. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Just so you don't think I'm lazy. I'm not being lazy. I'm just respecting what my ass is telling me. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Hey, what's up, Thick Rat? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Thick Rat, looks like you got some good advice. You can get a better seat on Amazon. I ordered one because the default bike seats are designed to torture you. Oh, shit. Okay. I might expedite this shit. I might overnight a better bike seat. Thank you for the tip, Thick Rat. You know, this is like a hand-me-down. Someone like try to fix it up. This is like from Facebook Marketplace. And the bike is loud as shit. I hope it's not coming over the mic. But yes, this thing when it gets going is like, it's kind of like white noise though, so I kind of like it. But if it's too annoying, I'll try to fix that too. But thank you, Thick Rat. That is excellent advice. I will get a big pink bedazzled seat, and then you'll know my ass has been treating right. Thank you for the advice. I appreciate that. I will get on that stat because, yep, my ass is suffering. I wonder if it's because I'm the weight I am as well. That it just amplifies it to air bike hell. But until I get that new seat, we ride. We ride. It's not horrible enough to stop me from doing it all together. So that's good. Not yet, anyway. Those seats go right up my crotch. It's crazy. Yeah. That is exactly what's happening. It's like you might as well not have given me a seat at all. It might have well has been like that South Park episode with the thing that replaced airplanes and just shoot a thing right up my ass. I wonder if there's an exercise bike with a gaming chair as a seat. I wonder as well. I think so. I've seen like the what are those like lowrider bikes that people I've seen people on the highway in Michigan and like northern Michigan do this. But it's a bike with like a really long like a chopper, like a motorcycle chopper wheel that's like really far in front of them and they sit like really low to the ground. I don't know what the hell that's kind of but those have like huge seats that I feel like are gamer chair seats. And also, what is that for? Is that really making anything easier for you? It looks weird as hell. It feels more dangerous because a car could just run right over you. You're not that visible. Yes, long day since Scoopsy. I think it's been like over a year. I miss streaming though. But I just did not have the time for it. And I feel like I did not have the time for exercise either. So I'm trying to carve out both. Knock out two things. Same time. I can stream, but I have to be working out. It's the only way I feel like it's going to happen. 2 years ago. Oh my God. Who came up with the name Goopsie? Well, originally it wasn't even going to be Garfield. Garfield was just like one of the ideas that was thrown out. But I was trying to like think of legally distinct names because the AI generated Seinfeld people had to like rebrand, I feel like, because of a takedown notice or a threat to. And so I was like, okay, it can't be Garfield. And it could be very similar characters, which I feel like is how Asylum gets away with all their mockbusters. And I was like, Garfield, Goop, C. Like, Field, C. I don't know. That's how it worked out. That's as much thought as I really put into it, I feel like. And I like the Goopsie. So, you know. Miss the old AI streams of Tony and Corey. Me and Tony are going to be doing something in 2025. We're trying to ramp it up. Thank you, Thick Rat. Goop Cat. And Wody, I forget who came up with that, but that was somebody in chat, I think. I was like, that's a good name. And then Jack is the name of my grandpa. So I was like, sneak that in there. I feel like the old AI streams might be dead just because I don't know how to... I do want to do like the 3 streaming again, but I feel like no one wants to anymore in terms of like the crew. And Corey works like 11 to 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. and he sleeps right until he has to work. So like I just never see Corey anymore. But I think he's doing good. I should reach out. And then Jim, I think, is back in Michigan. He goes to Thailand whenever he has the money. But it's just so hard. Tony and me, I feel like, are the only ones that like really like want to put in the effort to keep a show going. And so we will, yeah. We found some other folks in Detroit that want to do that, and we're trying to figure it out right now. We did those sketch videos. It's all those guys. Nate and Will and Charlie and Tony. And so if you see any of our shorts on our YouTube channel, that's all those guys that'll be in this podcast, or, you know, we don't really know quite what we're going to do. But podcast is probably the leading thing, which is what the AI streams were originally. Yeah, kind of like wasn't really a good podcast format, but it was a fun show. Those Goopsy D&D sprites. Oh, yeah. Hey. I was going to say it because I don't think your name was Lone Cheesemaker when you were watching the streams, unless it was. I forget. No, you have the diamond next to your name. Did you change your name, Lone Cheesemaker, from something else? Hunting Bigfoot. Oh, yeah. That was super fun. Man, that video had some crazy reveals. I still find it so fascinating that even, you know, when you're obsessed with hunting an imaginary creature, that everyone's got vastly different theories, and they're all kind of like okay with it. Like Bigfoot being an alien or a force of nature, or, you know, using portals or doing the taps. They, instead of going, no, you're wrong, because there's no way for them to prove that, they just like all of this creative stuff just flows into the same fandom. So I feel like every Bigfoot person kind of just accepts their own reality based on this hive mind of creativity. It's very fascinating. They're all nutso butso, but it's very fascinating for them to try to logically work out something completely illogical. I love it. I love it. Don't clip that. I don't want the Bigfoot people after me. All right. Break time. So that means water break. My ass hurts too much. Lifting weights. All right. Here we go. Thick Rat. As soon as this stream's over, I'm hopping on Amazon. And I don't want to support Amazon, but, you know, I needs the seat if it's... I needs a comfier seat. Thick Rat, if you have any recommendations for bike seats that you use. Because I don't want to buy another one and then have it be rock hard as well. But I'm willing to try anything because this seat sucks. Oh, the trickster? Prankster? Everyone playing pranks on Jack. I kind of remember that. Man, it's weird what you forget. The things you do all the time. There were so many bits in that shit. Very wide with a big cushion. That is also explains my ass. So that is a perfect blueprint for that. Yeah. I just need to sit on my own ass, pretty much. But thank you. Yeah, I will look for that. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo! I could cut off my ass and give it to the seat. But then I'd be like Hank Hill. There was an episode of King of the Hill that's exactly this. Hank has no ass. And so he has to wear like this like rubber insert because he's sitting like directly on his spine. And I love Mike Judge because that's gotta exist, right? And so he had there was a support group for men with no asses. And I never looked that up to see if it was true because it's just so funny to imagine that it is true. And now I completely understand the Bigfoot people. It's just so fun to imagine that it is true, that I'm not really going to do any due diligence or listen to anyone who has to say otherwise. Back on the bike. Yeah! Off we ride. Whoa. Move the seat so I don't drop the mic. If this stream takes off, I will sell bike seats of my own ass with the proper dimensions and everything, so that everyone else who gets an air bike and goes, this seat is really fucking uncomfortable, can sit on my ass. And I'll donate it all to charity or something because I don't want to make any money off of that. But I think it's a funny idea. And it's also helping a problem. Yeah. Good point, Thick Rat, yeah. First time ever someone has made a mold of their ass for non-sexual reasons. Oh yeah, Alf starting a religion. That was a weird one. I feel like one of the reasons I stopped doing the AI streams is because it's like people are like, you're just stealing, and it's like you're not being creative. You're just letting the AI be creative. But I feel like I am being creative. I feel like the AI is kind of a tool to get me to think about different possibilities in the moment. And so I feel like the AI itself is not very funny, but us with AI was funny. I don't know. I got too many angry comments about that. And I got banned from too many subreddits for posting AI content. That just became not fun to do. It got in my own head. I don't know. I know everybody who watches clearly likes it, but it just doesn't feel good. And I still don't like that, ChatGPT is trained off of questionably stolen work. I mean, definitely stolen work. And now they're like, that's almost like the new privacy policy scandal is tricking you into letting your data be trained for an AI purposes. It's normally off by default, but I got to be on high alert nowadays, which is a very crazy thing. And then all the artwork, basically any image model is trained off of stolen deviant art. And that doesn't feel good to see your style and to think you've been working on it as a way to drone out the bullies and deal with your pain. Now the bully who's bullying you can generate in your art style you eating your own shit, and you go, well, this isn't fun anymore. So, oh yeah, I do it too. I'm not saying I'm not against it because it's like Pandora's box. It's out there, and any asshole can train his own model via questionable ways. And so if people were to obey rules, there'd be thousands of people who don't. So it's weird. It's one of those things where it's the Barbara Streisand effect. Like, take my picture off the internet, delete it everywhere. It's like, Barbara, that ain't gonna work. People are, you're only bringing more attention to it, and more people are only gonna steal from it now because they know that you've got a unique art style. Pictures of James Acaster in a relationship with Shrek and a minion. They kiss, cuddle, go on dates. That's amazing. I would love to see that. I would love to see an Instagram full of that. And you know what? You should. But in terms of being like a streamer that uses it, I got not a lot, but I got nasty messages. And people like tear you down. And it really gets in your head. And even though it like helped me to be more creative and like consistent with writing, which I've never been consistent with in my entire life, and like these AI streams were like making me write for an hour a day every day. If anything, Thick Rat, you're not making any money off of it, so you'll just get a takedown notice. So low stakes. I am not a lawyer or giving legal advice. I just want to see the minions kissing James. Or James Acaster suing you. I don't know. But then you start a trend and everyone starts making James Acaster making out with minions. And then they can't sue everybody. Oh, there you go. Hey. That's the right way to do it. Especially if you're a fan of James and you don't want to piss him off. I like him on those panel shows. That's one thing I wish America did. I feel like America's tried, but we're so lazy with it, and everyone's so like cutthroat in the entertainment industry here. Whereas like for Channel 4 and like BBC stuff, I feel like people are a lot more cooperative. I'm sure it's like a grind. I don't want to go on a stupid panel show. But it's also fun because I feel like most people do like it. I will give you a follow after this, Thick Rat. That sounds amazing. If I don't already. Oh. Oh. Thick and wide and fluffy. Thick and wide and fluffy. Most of my followers are sex and art bots. Yeah, I feel like that is just Twitter in general nowadays. I feel like I post stuff and it's just like into the void. I try to keep my Twitter like semi-active, but it never gets anything other than like weird verified users that I've never talked to and never engage ever again. But I still keep trying. Because there's something about just seeing like a text post or images that's like a little bit better than Reddit. A little less vile, but more vile at the same time. I don't know. They all suck in the end, but it's fun to kill the time sometimes. It's fun when you have it like your followers and feed curated to things you actually like, and they're not like rabbit holes about political or, you know, disasters. On the treadmill again, on the air bike again. I'll never be on a treadmill. Treadmills are so boring and treacherous, but something about a bike makes me feel like I'm like biking through the Alps or something. All right, here we go. Water break, lift some weights, back to torturing my ass. One, two, three, four, five, six, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15. Woo! There we go. Almost done. Almost done. Have you actual biked through the Alps, Hubble? Because I feel like you're close enough to actually have done that. I can only live through it in my mind. Michigan has like no mountains. Like there's like one in the UP, and that's it. We have a bunch of like ski hills. It's like mountain lights. Oh, hell yeah. Well, there you go. I live in the land of stroads and terrible flatness, which is great for like driving around and getting places really quickly. It's not really good for healthy, no. I hate that I have to take a car everywhere. But Detroit's kind of adding bike lanes and stuff everywhere. And I do see more people on bikes, not during the winter whatsoever, but you know, it's nice to see it during the summer. I don't think I've ridden a bike since I was in high school. I think my like front bike tire popped, and it just sat in the garage until my parents threw it away. Which now I like. I like to fix things. I hate being so wasteful. My parents are just like, you ain't gonna use it, and I'd rather have the space to park my car. I'm like, damn it. Oh, really? Yeah, I guess a mountain is kind of like, there's a lot of twists and turns, but you're either going up it or you're going down it. Oh, there you go. Hey, this air bike was really cheap. It was in the destined for the garbage. Someone was moving. And I put new life into it. It sucks a little bit because it's so loud. But I did a loudness test because yesterday's stream, my wife was like totally asleep. And I was like, well, let's see if the air bike wakes her up. Not to wake her up and be an asshole, but I was like, can I do streams in the morning without being an asshole? And she's like, oh, you were on the bike? I had no idea. I go, perfect. Morning streams are a go-go. I'm not going to wake up my wife. And it also helps that my wife has, like, roller derby. So that's where she's at right now. That's extra motivation to be like, well, my wife is going to work out, so I might as well. I had a treadmill in my parents' house. Never got used. I hated that thing. The wheels would, like, gunk up. Or the treads, like. And it had, like, the incline thing that would broke And so it was always like permanently like pointed downwards. Just a little bit. Like not enough that you can notice while looking at it, but you knew when you were running on it. I feel like airbikes make more sense. There's like a chain and the wheels, the components. If I had to fix an airbike, I feel like I could. If I had to fix a treadmill, I feel like it would just go in the garbage. Hold on to it, Hubble. I'll think of something interesting to do with those. That is an investment for your future. Good morning, Wee Wallace. How's it going? Happy Sunday morning. Or is it Sunday? I don't even know what day it is. Yeah, it's Sunday. It's Sunday because my wife's at speed skating. I literally just went through this. I said it and then I immediately forgot. You'll get there, Thick Rat. Just gotta keep watching. Yeah, Hubble is a very loyal fan. I gotta spitball some ideas for points. Yeah, what could you do with V-Bones? I gotta look at some other streams and see what's funny. I feel like I see the hydrate one, but that's stupid. Because I feel like I just know to drink. I don't know. If you're playing WoW and you don't know to hydrate, and you have to have people waste their loyalty points on you for that, I feel like that's always been a bad one. But I see a ton of people do it. But I gotta think of things that are like actually fun that I feel like I'm actually contributing to the stream if I spend these V-Bones. And it's got to be stuff that happens during the stream. It can't be like, I'm going to mail you a postcard. Oh, well, that might be nice too. That's a nice one. I've seen like someone had like for like 50,000, like, I will mail you a personalized postcard. That's pretty thoughtful because it takes fucking forever. If you don't do like the Gamba games with your loyalty points, I feel like it lasts way longer. Or it's like way harder to get. So having a lot means a lot more. All right, my ass hurts, and there's 2 minutes left. So one last hydrate, one last weight lift, and then we donezo. Until tomorrow. We donezo till tomorrow. And thanks again for tuning in, everybody. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 15. Woo. Switch it up and do some shoulder presses. That's not a bad idea. All right, 15 shoulder presses. Oh, belly's showing. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Thank you, Hobo, for the suggestion. Next time I do curls, I'll do shoulder presses as like the second thing before I do. That's a good idea. All right. Where are we at? Hey! Hour 1. All right, day 3. We've gone down these first days, but the plateau is coming. The week 1 plateau where I'll be the same weight, even though I'm still doing stuff. But I'm going to keep going. I've been through this before. I know how it goes. You just got to persist, even when you're plateauing weight-wise. Weight isn't the only number. Doing stuff is better than not doing stuff. Thank you, everybody, for watching. See you tomorrow, or not. Again, VODs uploaded to the YouTube. Have a good rest of your days. Thanks for watching. Peace.